Okay, let's unpack this. It's fascinating when you look at a city, not through the usual lens of history books, but through what's happening, like right now. The latest stories, the headlines just rolling out. It gives you this real-time snapshot, a city constantly adapting. And today, that's what we're doing. We're taking a deep dive into Chiang Mai, Thailand, a really vibrant place. Our sources. Well, we've gathered the top 10 local news stories from literally the last 12 hours. So this is fresh as of July 5th, 2025.
And what's fascinating here is how these different news items, they aren't really separate things. Our goal, our mission, if you like, is to go beyond just reporting each story. We want to connect those dots for you, show the bigger picture, the challenges, yeah, but also the progress, the forces shaping Chiang Mai as we speak, hopefully give you that kind of aha moment.
Right. So let's dive straight in. There are some immediate environmental things happening, starting with the weather. Okay, so the Thai Met Department, they've confirmed a tropical depression out in the South China Sea has strengthened. It's now Tropical Storm Danis. Now, there's no direct impact expected for Thailand itself,
Huh.
but here's where it gets really interesting. It's deepening the southwest monsoon, which means, heavier rain, rougher seas are predicted. And that has knock-on effects, especially if you're traveling maybe to eastern China or Taiwan around July 6th to 8th. It shows how connected it all is, right? Global weather.
Absolutely. And those monsoon effects, they're not just far off travel warnings. Right there in Chiang Mai, the Ping River is rising. And that's kicked things into gear. You've got municipal workers, volunteers too, out there stacking sandbags, building these sort of temporary sand dams,
Yeah.
especially around places like the night bazaar, the tourist spots. It's very hands-on, protecting properties, making sure the city can handle potential floods. Real community adaptation.
hmm And moving from that immediate weather impact to something maybe more persistent, river pollution. The 37th Regional Border Committee meeting, the RBC, just wrapped up in Chiang Mai, ran July 2nd to 4th. And during that meeting, officials from both Thailand and Myanmar, they voiced some pretty serious concerns. We're talking heavy metal contamination in the Kok and Sai rivers.
Yeah.
And the suspicion is it's coming from, well, unregulated mining upstream in Myanmar. Plus, they also tackled another growing issue, those cross-border call center scams.
Yeah, and that meeting really highlights something important, doesn't it? These kinds of issues, pollution crossing borders, crime crossing borders, they demand solutions that cross borders too, transboundary solutions. So this raises an important question about cooperation, and it's actually encouraging that the RBC meeting didn't just, talk about the problems. They apparently came out with actual agreements to work together on water testing, specifically, and also on fraud prevention.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's a step towards, actual collaboration for security and environmental health.
And we're already seeing follow-up right here in Chiang Mai. It's not just talk. Officials are apparently boosting their testing efforts along the Kokik River right now. Governor Nurat Ponsithawarn confirmed it. They're setting up mobile testing units.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and public water purification stations, too. So communities can actually monitor the water themselves, which is empowering, and crucially, get emergency clean water if needed.
And just to underline how serious this pollution is, independent tests, they've shown really alarming arsenic levels in both the Kukuk and Sai rivers, way, way above safe limits.
Wow.
And the source seems pretty clearly attributed to mining upstream over in Myanmar's Shan state. Environmental groups are understandably really sounding the alarm. They're warning this isn't just an environmental issue, it's a direct threat to people's health, their livelihoods. People depend on that water.
So it seems like diplomatically, Thailand and Myanmar are pledging deeper cooperation. It's needed, focusing specifically on the river health across the border and also crime prevention, trying to tackle both the mining pollution and those criminal networks, the goal being a more sustainable, more secure border community.
Definitely. And thinking longer term, beyond the immediate response, it's also positive to see the Transport Ministry getting involved. They're pushing for these comprehensive flood plans for the northern provinces, Chiang Mai included.
Okay.
And they're using some pretty advanced tech, digital elevation maps, river capacity modeling, which basically means they can use data to predict water flow better, figure out the best spots for, say, dredging or upgrading infrastructure.
Smart.
It's a 5-year plan, apparently.
Yeah.
Shows some real foresight, adapting to the climate challenges that aren't going away.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. From the environment to the economy. Chiang Mai has some big ambitions there, too. Get this. The city has secured hosting for 6 international conferences in 2025.
6? Wow.
Yeah, that's according to the MICE data, meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. And these aren't small gatherings. They're in fields like engineering, environment, medicine, social science. Big fields.
Yeah.
It's a massive boost for Chiang Mai's profile as a serious destination for these kinds of events.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these wins for Chiang Mai, they fit right into a larger national strategy. It's all part of developing the Northern Economic
All
Corridor.
right, I've heard about that.
Yeah, includes Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Lamphun, Lampang. And the idea is to weave together creative industries, smart infrastructure, sustainable tourism, all under Thailand's sort of guiding economic model, the BCG model, biocircular green.
BCG, okay.
Yeah, it basically aims for growth, but growth that's environmentally sustainable. Think resource efficiency, green industries, that sort of thing. It's a whole regional vision.
It's quite a lot of change, isn't it? A development, economic strategy. But amidst all that, there's also this deep sense of cultural continuity, something grounding. Like, let's just take a moment to consider Chiang Mai's Attaqua Mosque, established back in 1969.
That's a great example. It's still a really vibrant center for the city's Chinese Muslim community. It's not just a place of worship, it's about celebrating a specific cultural heritage. And it really stands as this symbol of the region's diverse history, the different threads that make up the place. In a city modernizing so quickly, places like the Attaqua Mosque, they offer that grounding perspective. Progress doesn't mean erasing the past.
So what does this all mean? For you listening, well, we've essentially painted this really dynamic picture of Chiang Mai, haven't we? Pulled from just 12 hours of news. You've got a city actively tackling complex environmental stuff, pushing hard for economic growth, but also holding on to its cultural identity.
Exactly. And these stories, while they're local to Chiang Mai, they really touch on universal themes, don't they? Urban development, environmental stewardship, how you preserve culture in a fast-changing, interconnected world. These are issues cities everywhere grapple with. Maybe here's a thought to leave you with. How does watching Chiang Mai perform this balancing act, between rapid modernization, these environmental pressures, and holding on to its unique culture, how might that offer insights for the future of other urban centers around the globe? It's definitely something worth thinking about.